This ultralight budget cooking kit saved my life when I was hiking the Appalachian Trail as an 18-year-old going southbound. There was a huge snowstorm and my headlamp was hitting the snow, so I couldn't see anything. And I had to decide whether I was going to sit down and essentially die or dig a hole and get in and spend the entire night flexing. And that's what I did. I used the pot from this budget kit to dig a hole. I put my tarp over the hole. When I woke up in the morning, I stood up and I immediately fell to the ground, just like I was shivering so hard I couldn't stand up. This budget kit shows you that for almost no money and very, very little weight, around 3 ounces, you can have a full cook kit. The pot is the Stanco 1200 grease drip pot. The specs are that it's under 3 ounces. It's made out of really thin aluminum. It holds 40 ounces of liquid and it costs under $13. The reviews on Amazon, people are actually annoyed that the aluminum is so thin, but that's exactly why we like it. The good is that it holds 40 ounces of water. On the Appalachian Trail, I used to wake up at 3 in the morning, shivering myself awake, and was able to make a big pot of tea every morning. And that is just like a huge luxury to be able to have with a pot that weighs less than the modern titanium pots. It is the lightest pot that you can get. And because it's such thin aluminum, it heats water faster than most. The bad is that it holds 40 ounces of water. A lot of people are using the 750 milliliter like Totes pots or the 500 milliliter Totes pots. And so this pan is going to take up a lot of space in your backpack, but you can shove your carried clothing into it. And so it doesn't really take up as much space as you think it would. But you're not going to be able to have a 25-liter backpack and flex and show everyone that you're super ultralight if you're carrying a 40-ounce pot. It isn't titanium, and I know that there's characteristics of titanium there that are really great, but it also doesn't cost like 30 bucks. It costs $13. And then it doesn't have a pot holder. In 2004, I burned myself a lot, but at the end of this video, I'll give you a little hack for a pot holder. The stove is a DIY Pepsi can stove. It weighs about 0.3 ounces or like just a few grams. And the specs is that it's made out of Pepsi can. There are many different kinds of Pepsi can stoves. The one that I use, which is really the lightest, is one that doubles as a pot stand as well as the actual stove. You can also get Pepsi cans that burn a lot hotter and don't use as much fuel. But they need an extra pot stand with the actual Pepsi can. And then people make Pepsi can stoves commercially that are made out of titanium and are fully sealed and work really well. So if you don't want to make one yourself, you can just buy it online. The good is that it's super light. It's the lightest stove out there. It is free. It's easy to use. It's quiet, and it's really easy to get fuel. The bad is that it is illegal on a lot of trails. So make sure that if you're going to use a Pepsi can stove, that the place that you're going to be walking allows these Pepsi cans. It can be dangerous. If you use it and you run out of fuel and you still need more fuel to cook your meal, you have to wait for the Pepsi can to cool down before putting more fuel in and then lighting on fire. If you don't do that, it's gonna blow up and then catch your shorts and everything on fire. You can pat it down, but that can be quite dangerous. It uses more fuel than a canister stove, but also because your fuel's being carried in like a little plastic water bottle, you can see how much fuel you have left. With the canister stoves, you have no idea if you're gonna run out on your next food carry. With this, you can actually see the fuel. The fuel that you use is denatured alcohol. On trail, often in many little shops, they have denatured alcohol. And then in like convenience stores, they carry something called heat. You want to get the yellow container and not the red container. The yellow container uses denatured alcohol that burns really clean. And you don't want to use dirty burning alcohol or fuels for this because you're going to get so much soot on your pot. It's the same reason you don't want to put the pot in a fire. You'll get soot on it and it'll get all over all of your gear. Ultimately, if you're a thru hiker, you probably will get soot on it, in which case just use like a grocery bag that you use as your food bag as well to wrap it. It's going to be disgusting, but like, you know, we're disgusting. Modifications and hacks. The modification that you want to make is take that little aluminum part that comes in the inside and just throw that out, and then take the pot lid, throw that out too because it's like an ounce. Use a drip pan that you use for cooking turkeys. Use that material to make the lid for your pot. It will be much lighter. And then you can also cut out a windscreen for your Pepsi can stove out of that same material. For a pot holder, you need to use some kind of organic material, and so you can just use your Darn Tough socks as your pot holder. Again, I know that's disgusting, but we're all hiker trash. There you have it. You have a cook kit that is under 3 ounces that costs around $13, and you can be ultralight and cook your food for the entire trail. My next video is how to be ultralight and be a foodie on trail, where I give 10 tips for eating well while on trail without carrying a lot of weight. So subscribe if you'd like to be alerted for that. Thank you so much for watching.